This specific lesson, entitled Black Identity Through Music, will take place at a charter school in Santa Ana, California, known as the Orange County School of the Arts. This lesson would be a part of the larger music elective called Examining Identity Through Music, which would cater to 11th and 12th graders. The course as a whole seeks to analyze how minority groups are portrayed in music, both visually and aurally, and how certain songs either confirm or contradict these stereotypes. This lesson would specifically focus on hip-hop and rap music, constructed by blacks from the 1980s onwards. The lesson will be taught to about 25 students in a 90-minute block, and it would ideally be taught in February to connect with Black History Month. Through this specific lesson, students will gain a better understanding of how a group of specific songs contributes to or contradicts pre-existing stereotypes. In addition, students will be able to discuss the challenges that 21st century Black Americans face. Whole class discussions, as well as breakout group discussions, will greatly facilitate the students' learning and move them towards the learning objectives for the day. This lesson has been structured in a way that it can be executed in any school, no matter how many technological resources the school may or may not have. For the purposes of this presentation, the lesson will be carried out in a school that has a multiplicity of resources available to students and faculty. A smartboard or a projector will be needed to show videos at the front of the class, and each of the 25 students will use computers. Internet access to YouTube, Google, and Bubbleply, a web annotating web tool, will also be needed for this particular lesson. Class will begin with the teacher playing the music video Otis by Kanye West and Jay-Z. How does this video help perpetuate society's ideas of what topics blacks want to address in their songs? The teacher will use Bubbleply to record some of the students' responses on the video. Students will be split in groups, with 5 students in each group. Students will be given one of the following music videos or songs: All of the Lights by Kanye West, UNITY by Queen Latifah, Straight Outta Compton by NWA, Outside by Childish Gambino, or I Can by Nas. Once in their group, students will discuss an article related to their music video or song that was emailed to them last class. The students will discuss what they learned from the article and whether they believe the article is reliable and unbiased. The teacher will walk around and help guide these discussions. After talking about the articles for 5 minutes, the students will view the assigned music video, song, and lyric sheet as a group. Each group will have 2 specific guiding questions that will lead the way for the 20-minute discussion, during which they talk about what they see visually and hear aurally. Another 20 minutes will be given to each group to prepare a 5-minute presentation for the entire class that centers on their pre-selected song. During this time, students will use Bubbleply to make notes on both their lyric sheets and music video. The teacher will walk around the room to monitor the students' progress. The class will then come together to see and hear how other music videos portray blacks in a glorified or realistic fashion. Each group will play no more than a minute clip of their music video or song, and then they will explain their findings to the class as well as point to specific textual and visual evidence. After each group has presented, the teacher will hand out slips of paper that serve as exit tickets. The students will write one thing they learned either through group discussions or class presentations. They will hand the slip of paper to the teacher as they leave, who will remind them that they have a rough draft of an assignment due next class. The follow-up to this lesson is a mini-essay in which the students pick their own hip-hop or rap song from the 1980s onwards to analyze. Students will be asked to examine whether their song confirms or contradicts pre-existing stereotypes of blacks and what challenges their song highlights for 21st century blacks. The students will use textual and visual evidence to support their claims, much like they did with their group in class. A rough draft of this essay will be peer-edited next class, and their final essay will be due in 2 class periods. The students' learning will be enhanced by picking a video that resonates with them. With the discussion of race often silenced in schools, this particular elective class, and more specifically, this particular lesson, are vital to each student's understanding of media's role in the portrayal of ourselves, each other, and entire ethnic groups. At a crucial time in many teenagers' lives, this lesson plan offers a creative, original approach for making learning enjoyable while developing college-level reading, writing, and analytical skills. It utilizes overlooked but relevant material that the student should find refreshing and stimulating. The discussion of minorities will help shape the student's own evolving identities. Certain students who may feel marginalized in school will have a chance to voice their opinions on how their own culture is portrayed in music. For these minority students, this discussion will lead to a feeling of greater inclusion. In this broader context, the lesson plan serves to bolster each student's self-confidence, especially the minority student's self-confidence, while providing a safe environment to address these rarely discussed issues at this particular level of schooling. This lesson plan can be changed to modify and accommodate any type of school with any number of technological resources. This lesson plan is original and stimulating enough to engage the students in high levels of cognitive thinking, while still appealing to their interests. Thank you.